everybody. This video is to show you all how to make your very own shrine. It's a great project and I chose this because with what's going on in the world, we're not leaving our houses. I think that you will be able to find all the materials you need at your own house. First, I will tell you a little bit about the shrine, and then I'll go over what materials you might need. This project was thought up by my very creative partner, Cindy. She began creating shrines around people that she loved or herself. She even did one about a squirrel that kept hanging outside of her window every single day. They're made out of boxes, and you should be able to find some kind of box around your house, whether it's a cigar box, a Kleenex box, a iPhone box, a tin, a tea tin, anything like that. I will show you this one up close so you can get an idea of what can be done with these. This is just two little boxes that were taped together in the back so that they can open and close. Cindy used sticks to glue on. She used all kinds of found objects and paint and magazine paper, words, that kind of thing. They're a lot of fun, and I'll go over all of the things that you might have around. This one was even done with just a little Altoid box. So if you have one of those lying around, you can make your shrine out of that. This I used two iPhone boxes that I stacked and glued together. Used little Scrabble pieces. This is an old pencil, lots of magazine paper and words, poker chips, you name it. You can start thinking and getting creative with found objects that you may have lying around your house. First, I'll go over all the materials that you might need, and if you don't have them at home, I'm sure we can improvise. If you have a glue gun, that's a great thing to have. It can really glue on three-dimensional objects, things that aren't flat that you would normally use glue for, regular glue. They really hold well. You gotta be really careful because they're hot. If you don't have one, don't worry about it. You could even just use Elmer's glue. You just have to be a little more patient because it takes a while for it to dry. Glue guns are instantaneous. I like something called Mod Podge. It's like Elmer's glue and you get it at a craft store, but if you don't have it, it's not a big deal. If you do have Elmer's glue, that's great. If you don't even have Elmer's glue, you could probably use just tape. I use paint on these, any kind of craft paint that you may have, even if you have watercolors. If you don't have paint, you could use crayons or colored pencils. And if you don't even have that, one of my favorite things in the world to use for all kinds of projects are magazines. Surely you have at least a couple of magazines at your house, most people do, or catalogs, anything like that. If you want to come up with special words or phrases, you can cut words and letters out of the magazine. It gets really creative. I especially love just tearing out paper from the magazine itself. Just tearing a piece, and you come up with a color. It's like painting with paper. You just glue the magazine paper right onto your box. You can collage it on. You can gradate the colors. You can do all different colors. It's really resourceful using a magazine, and you can get a lot out of it. So definitely put a pile of magazines next to you because I bet you anything you'll use them. This is about all the materials you may need. I use just a little pie tin for paint or glue. You can use a paper plate or whatever. If you have brushes, great. If you do not have a paintbrush, you can use a Q-tip. You could use a sponge, anything like that just to get the materials on there. I am going to cut and take you over to our art buffet table to show you all kinds of found objects that we've collected over the years that I can almost bet you've got at least a few of those things at home. So I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so here we are at Bohemia, and I am going to show you our art buffet. We're really proud of this because we've collected so many found objects that have been amazing for all kinds of projects here at the studio. We absolutely love it. So you probably have a lot of this stuff at your house. There are buttons, there are beads, there are feathers, poker chips, shells, all kinds of stuff that you wouldn't even think to use, but they're great for these shrines. Little game pieces, little flowers, paper stuff, marbles, you name it, we've got it. One of the things that are really great for shrines also are just out in nature, especially out here in Colorado. You can find things like these little pods. They're great for gluing onto shrines. Little dried flower petals, even fake flowers, pine cones, that kind of stuff. It's amazing what you can come up with, things that you never even thought of. So go dig around at your house. Okay, so now that you've looked at our art buffet and seen all of the great ideas for found objects for your shrine, I'm just going to quickly show you an easy way to take a box and make it into something. This is just an iPhone box that I am going to attach together with a simple piece of duct tape. I'm just going to put the tape on one side, match the other box to this one, like that, and stick it down. It makes the box easy to open and close, and you can even paint on to this or cover it with paper. This is where the fun begins. Take your blank canvas of this box, paint it, glue magazine paper and words, and start having fun. Again, if you guys have any questions, you can just write something underneath this video and I will respond to you. Go get creative. I can't tell you how important it is, especially with what's going on right now in the world. Being creative is really therapeutic. It feeds your soul, and it's just a great thing to do. Even if you don't think you're an artist, you really are. You were born creative, you just forgot along the way. And again, this is not about making a masterpiece. This is just about the journey of being creative. Pretend you're gonna throw it away and just don't think too much, just do. Spread that paint on, glue that paper on, find those objects, find those words, and make your shrine. Okay, until next time, enjoy and don't forget to feed your creative soul. Thank you.